Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And today we're going to try the gargantuan task of culling or reducing the number of art entry participants for our lottery tomorrow. Same time we're doing the lottery, we'll be opening the voting for those top 10 pieces of art to be the next piece of art for our J2 or Journey 2 fuel cell or J1 fuel cells. That's it right there. That's what everyone got printed. 116,000 plus were converted. People took 116,000 dark and converted them into the fuel cell NFTs. And so they're like that, but obviously they're numbered 1 through 116,000 plus. Let me jump over to X like I always do. And I'm just going to retweet. We are live. Let's do this one right here. And then it's quite interesting. Like there's a lot of people that have been following this project for a long time that still don't understand a couple of things about the lottery and the treasury. So I'd love to go over that and clarify a couple of things. It's better than you thought. A lot of people thought that if you go get your treasury, I'm confusing myself. A lot of people think that if you go get the lottery winnings and you scrape them off of your NFT, it ruins the NFT. It doesn't. They're totally separate. If you win the lottery, you can go scrape your lottery winnings and take those tokens, do whatever you want with them. And the fuel cell will still continue to receive yield from the treasury like a piggy bank. So every fuel cell is a piggy bank and a lottery ticket. And that lottery ticket's good for all 3 journeys, all 3 drawings, unless you win. But that even when you win the lottery, it's taped to the outside of that piggy bank. So you can rip that cash off and leave the piggy bank intact to continue filling with money. So that's that. The link to join is in our Telegram. Link to join is on Twitter. And the link to join is in Randy Halarski's group for anti-gravity there. So without further ado, let's go through. It looks like the market is not doing great tonight or today. Our market, meaning Pulse Chain Hex. Let me freeze my face here. There we go. And I'll just share the whole screen here. I kind of wish I was just streaming on X today because I have a couple songs that are just bangers I'd like to play. And of course, if we play any music at all for more than half a second, YouTube just freaks out. Bands demonetize. It's funny when they're like, this video can't be monetized. It's like, oh man, I can't get the half a penny that I've earned in ad revenue. And there's a lot of KYC to YouTube as well if you guys want to get paid. So I'm not a fan of sharing my information with anyone that doesn't really need it. But yeah, let's go up here. Let's jump into Gecko Terminal, and let's just look up the top coins here. We got PLS or Wrap PLS right here. Let's see what's a good one here. This one's got 2 million liquidity. Yikes! This one has 66 million in liquidity. I'd say that's a pretty good gauge of how Pulse is doing. Sorry about that. Here we go. PulseX USD. This is Pulse paired, this is PulseX. So PulseX has quite a bit going on here. Let's bring it to the daily chart. And on the daily chart, you can see we've been doing a pullback for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 days. So, but as a lot of people have said, myself included, I'm expecting higher lows. So even if we are getting some retracements and pullbacks, I believe these will be going up for the foreseeable future until we hear more about the court case from Richard Hart, and also while we wait for the money to flow into Bitcoin and then into Ethereum and then into the alts, including Pulse Chain. So this is interesting, but as you see, we got a nice pullback here on PulseX. Let's see Wrapped Pulse. Here's the 47 million in liquidity with DAI. That seems like a pretty good gauge. And we'll go back to the daily chart. And we have to flip these actually because this is just the price of DAI, which stays close to $1. So we'll switch that. And here's the price of Wrapped Pulse against DAI. So as you can see, it's not actually DAI's been being pulled back ever since September 24th. So we had a nice run up till September 24th. And now it looks like we may or may not have hit a bottom right here. And that one right there. So Wrapped Pulse not looking great against DAI right now. And then, of course, everyone's favorite coin here is going to be, we'll pull up Hex. And granted, there's eHex, there's pHex. We're going to go with the pHex right here. And it touched 3 cents. And that was beautiful. Go to the daily. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we went up here and broke 3 cents. And it's had a very severe pullback down here too. Right here. This is pretty sharp. I shouldn't say severe. Severe would be like back down here at a penny. Like that'd be severe. But this one definitely, we're pulling back. Somebody's taking profits. Somebody's taking out liquidity. Someone is getting a payday right now in these charts. And you know what? I totally jacked up my chart. This is the chart for Dark and USD. This is the Wrapped Pulse pair. This one only has 32 grand of liquidity in it right now, but it is the one from day one that started at $1 and went up. So there we go. We got our nice little spike, and then we're back down around $60, $62 today, which is not bad. Take off the log chart, and as you can see, there's some sort of it looks like there may be a layer of support here around $60. We'll see. And then, of course, the all-time high was $133, and that was like a $2,000 order up there. The place that we have the most liquidity, of course, is Dark and Solid X right here. So Dark and Solid X, a very interesting looking chart. Again, this is only a few days old right here, but this one does have over 128K liquidity in it. And you can see this one rode from $62 up to $84, back down to $60 in the last few days. But I need to redecorate our chart. I need to go back and let you guys know when the timeline, the 45-day cycle, So in Dark, we have a 45-day cycle. Every journey is 45 days, right? And so let me paste our contract address. And we'll go back to this one since it's the oldest one. Dark Wrapped Pulse. And, oh, wait, for some reason, this pulled my stuff back up. That's crazy. So here it is. This is the journey. This is on regular. This is on log. And on log, you can see that, we're bouncing down here. We have our first lottery tomorrow of, I think, 2,300 tokens, give or take. So what is that today? Today we got 2,300. It's a little more, I think, but that's kind of close to it. So I think there's 23,000 total, 23,316 total dark matters in the jackpot, and 10% that is going to be paid out to the winners tomorrow. So that's 2,331. Let's get crazy. Let's get exact with our math. 2,331. And we will actually just call it $60 times $60. So tomorrow we've got about $139,000 worth of dark at today's price that's going to be given out to, actually it'll be like 0.6 of these people should get paid out tomorrow, and then 0.6 of them should get paid out on the second one, and then 0.6 of them will be getting paid out on the biggest. So that's kind of how the math works out, because you have a 1 in 20 chance roughly of winning something. If your fuel cell wins something, it'll show up here in this box on beta.agproject.io. It'll tell you how many of your fuel cells won and how much dark matter they won. And then you just tap the scrape button, and it takes the lottery winnings and puts them right in your wallet. But it does not affect your fuel cells. Your fuel cells will remain intact, and your fuel cells will be paid out every 45 days for as long as Pulse Chain exists. It's built into the smart contract. So yeah, you're safe to take your lottery winnings and do what you want with them, and you will still get your piggy bank filled up with tokens as long as you want. And it's 23 days until you guys can mint the J2 or Journey 2 fuel cells right there. And again, the lottery, 22 hours, 51 minutes, 58 seconds. So basically in tomorrow, a couple of hours earlier than it is here. So 1 hour earlier, so it's about 23 hours. So interesting. Stay tuned. Join us. Check it out. Check it out. You can also learn a lot more. So if you go to agproject.io, here's the home site. Excuse me. And this one's counting down the end to where we get paid our yield, 23 hours, 6 minutes. I'm sorry, 23 days, 6 hours, almost 7 hours. And that's counting that down. But from here, you can click collective, and that tells you a lot about the community and the project. It's got our dark paper and darker papers over there. Or you can just click on minting. And this is where you're going to want to go in 23 days and 18 hours, almost 19 hours. And that's when this window opens where you can mint the second journey. And that window is going to be open for 11 days. So you got to mint or hold your peace, like mint now or forever hold your peace. That's how this rolls. And this is also a way that you guys can get some bonus points right here. These points go to the collective, which is, a whole nother thing. Like here's the leader points, the leaderboard in the collective of people that have been doing awesome stuff, such as minting fuel cells, or people that were around in the wishwell and the mining phase. They earned a bunch of points, and they also have higher multipliers because it pays better to be early. People talk a lot about fair launch, stealth launch. This was not a fair launch. If you got in here early, you were rewarded for your belief in the projects and support early on when we were just an idea. We didn't have the code finished. We didn't have the smart contracts finished. We also didn't have the audits done. So now that we're a complete project, it's the people that believed in us, I believe, are going to be handsomely rewarded early on. And the people even that join us here in the first and second journeys, they're going to get, I think they're going to be very happy in the long run, because the older fuel cells pay better than the newer fuel cells. No one here checking the green room. Oi Pops, what is up, Red Squirrel? I was just talking about some of your ideas with Don, Hexiest Man in the world. We look forward to talking some more with you. Tin Tops in the house. What up, Hexkins? Gina Meinhardt, howdy doody peeps. Howdy doody. Good to see you, Gina. And then, of course, looks like it's building support right there. Get out of the stock market now. Get into dark matter by any lottery dips. That is such a great idea. I mean, I tell people this, and I try to hint at it here with the bigger and bigger and bigger drops. There may be good buying opportunities here if you're looking to increase your stack of dark to have more to mint in the next journeys. We don't know what the price of dark is going to be in the future, right? We just don't know. Could be 50 cents, could be zero, could be some ridiculous number. I'll just say that. But it's always going to take one dark to get one fuel cell. And you'll always need to mint another fuel cell when to get involved in this lottery and to lock some more of your fuel cells into the treasury payouts. So these guys that minted over here, like, shoot, how long? It was 11 days, right? So like 1, 2, 3. So this was like, I mean, basically you were able to mint during a lot of this phase right here, because you could mint as soon as we did the claim phase. But I mean, basically this was your mint phase right there. Boom, nice fat mint phase. The first one was longer because it included the claims and the airdrops. So big old happy face here. Here's minting journey 1 right here. And then you have 11 days till the lottery draw, where some people may dump, some people may hold. You got to know when to hold them, right? So people might be taking a payday. I mean, we got Christmas coming up, for crying out loud. So this lottery payout is obviously tomorrow, the 19th, and then we have one on the right, I believe the 30th is the next one. So almost New Year's Eve right there, either the day before New Year's Eve or the day of New Year's Eve, we got the second drawing. So if people are cashing out for some Christmas money, it's going to be this lottery right here. And then we have the last drawing, which I believe is going to be on January 10th. I should know this stuff. We should have it all. I could look at the smart contract and tell you guys for sure. But I just go off the clocks on our website. So yeah, 10% of the lottery may be dumped tomorrow. 30% of the lottery may be dumped around the 30th, 31st, and 60% of that lottery could be dumped possibly on the 10th. But the day after that, everyone gets paid out. Your fuel cells are going to get paid out the day after that. And we're going to start mining the second journey. So if we mined 116,000 fuel cells right here, and we know that the evil address is going to mint 60,000 fuel cells right here. Plus, I think the whales are also going to learn a lot from how much they made off these lotteries, and they're also going to look into the future at their yield from this first mint. Not to mention, I mean, we gave away 5,000, almost 5,000 of these fuel cells. The people with airdrops, they got the dark matter token, which, as you can see, a lot of them dumped here in the reds. But at the same time, they also got 2 of those fuel cell NFTs. And those are the highest paying fuel cell NFTs ever. Those are the Michael Jordan rookie. Those are like, that's the top collector's item. It's always going to get the most chunk out of the treasury. So there's a ton of people out there that have no clue that they have lottery tickets and they have piggy banks out there. So some of this supply could just sit there for years. People won't know that they've got it. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Going back here, we got Casey. Did you plan the first lottery to be on the winter solstice? No, I thought the winter solstice was on the 22nd. Is it tomorrow? Because that would be sweet if I planned that. The question, Casey, is when is winter solstice on Saturn? That's the question, Casey. Very cool question, though. And here's the other thing, Casey. Ding dong. We've got a crazy, like, me and Casey are going to be hanging out around this time when we go from one journey to the next. And sorry, not this one, this lottery. So we'll be hanging out around this lottery. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there around New Year's Eve with the lottery. So I would like to say that I planned that there'd be a lottery when we were hanging out. but it just worked out that way. And I think a bunch of these other dates are going to be very, very serendipitous as to what's going on. Very, very serendipitous. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's jump into our Telegram, t.me/anti-gravity saga. So let's go over here. This is the general stream right here. I am there, but on my TV, LOL. That's a funny meme. Uh, little gift from me, a cape. So here's the general where we put the all sorts of information. We answer questions, and we have the link right here. We had Solid Hex in here asking about the leaderboard, which is pretty interesting. This is one of the misconceptions that I'd like to clear up really quickly. He was asking about, he was looking at this right here, the minting page. And he was showing here that like when you connect your wallet, when you go to mint, the max amount to mint that you can mint, I mean, obviously you can't mint now, but it says max input 750. And he believed that you could only mint 750 a journey, but this is actually how many you can do in a batch. I would recommend doing 550 or 500 at a time because the gas estimators are not great right now, especially if you're using MetaMask. However, yeah, this is just how many you can do in a batch, but you can take, if you have several thousand, like some of these people might have, you can mint several thousand and really go for it, you know. But that's another misconception I wanted to clear up, is that this is just the batches that you can do right there. So let's go back here to this one. And if we go into submissions for NFT art, we've got an amazing group here. Look at this. This is Cape throwing what I'm guessing is Cole Nova, because you got Nova right here on his name badge. Red Squirrel is, especially for the stream, he's put out his sexy squirrels, which there's no sexy space squirrels in our book yet. I mean, I don't think they're going to get written into there, but I guess you never know. But here you go, just sexy squirrels. Thank you very much, Red Squirrel, for stream. But as you can see, if you click up here, there's 475 photos, 13 videos, 6 other files. So altogether, there's pretty much 500 here that we want to narrow down to 10 so you guys can vote. So I wanted to just go off of the reactions here, but almost every image has 1, 2, or 3 likes. This one is very, very sick because what he did is he took several images and characters. You got Heavy Hitter, you got BitBoy Leroy, you got Sharon, and then you got the AG Universe. And look at this. This is the evil address. So, I mean, this one right alone, just because he took a lot of art and condensed it, let's forward this one. We're going to forward it to top 10. And granted, these may or may not be the top 10, but we're going to start putting 10 in here and deleting the ones that aren't the best. And the way that you guys can vote for your favorite piece of art is you take the image and can I still post an image? Yeah, you can post an image in the other one in submissions for art, but we're going to be deleting anything but the top 10 here for you guys to vote on. Thank you for asking. I am Cletus. Good question. Yeah, you can put these images in until the lottery tomorrow. And the lottery tomorrow, we will have the 10 images locked in for sure. But the way you're going to vote for these 10 images is you're going to tweet these images out and then tag AG Project IO, me, and the evil address, and every retweet and like counts as a vote. So that's how we're going to do the voting, is on Twitter. And so we're going to follow all these ones that were tagged in and see which ones get the most likes and the most traction. And then that will be our piece of art that we're using for the NFT for Journey 2. And the winner gets 1 million collective points. So that'll shoot them up the ranks really fast. They'll also get 10 dark tokens, which, by the way, if you guys weren't watching our stream last night with Randy Hilarski, holy shit, like, you guys are definitely going to want to check out this stream with Randy Hilarski, where he talks about his Christmas giveaway. We talk about a whole bunch of parts and answer a bunch of questions here. Very, very cool stuff. Let's go back here to all of the ones right here. I'm going to scroll up here. So yeah, these are really cool images of the evil address, but I like that he mixed. I think you're going to have to do a medley of some of these images and some of these characters. And the other thing that we're going to skip right away is anything that AI has put 7 fingers, He's got, you know, 2 cigars. We have people with slugs coming out of their tongues. You know, like AI is pretty interesting. And so we'll probably skip anything that needs editing, like straight up editing off the bat. And yeah, this one looks a lot like Jack Nicholson, doesn't it? Like that one looks like the Joker on Batman, really, really evil address. Yeah, especially with the purple and the green, looks very much like the Joker. Very cool. Let's see here. Cletus just dropped a photo in here. Let's check out Cletus's photo. Let's see how it stacks up. Sexy squirrels. This one right here, this is very cool. This is very illustrated and graphic novel looking. Obviously, we're gonna have to fix that up there. Got some of those. I dig it. I dig it. I don't know if it's gonna make it into the top 10, but I'm definitely gonna throw some fire its way. All right. Now, this is the other problem we have is I know that a lot of people are going to be voting for the sexy Sharons. And there's a lot of sexy Sharons, and I don't think it's fair to have 5 of these entries as sexy Sharons, even though I know our demographic. I know that what they like. And then here we have Hex Glenn has some really cool art here. This one's absolutely sick. It's just we don't see a character. We would obviously whatever image we go with, we are going to add the stuff behind me. We're going to add agproject.io, and we're going to add the 3 main logos, which are, you know, the AG Project, the Dark Matter logo, and the Collective logo. So those will be at the bottom of each of these. Those will kind of be uniform throughout this thing, but that's nice. That's a nice one to jackpot. Sometimes it's hard to find something that really stands out. Again, we got the sexy Sharons here, which is just like Sharon Tees is a play on T-Shares, if you guys didn't get that. So T-Shares is kind of where we got Sharon Tees. Excuse me. And yeah, a lot of really sexy Sharon Tees here. It's going to be, I don't know if I want to have Red Squirrel pick some of his favorite. This one's really sick. It's not as sexy, but like it's got the AG. It says Blair will have to fix that. We've got AG on the corner, but this is really well done right here. In fact, this might actually be a really good character for something like this collage down here. Although he did pick a pretty sexy Sharon in this one that we added right here. Oh my gosh, so many. Yeah, that's not a bad Sharon right there to choose. You know, very, very interesting. But yeah, I love the collage idea, and so I would maybe have you guys consider doing maybe some more collages, and then having the name of the character there. So you got Sharon, you got Heavy Hitter. That's what we really liked about the Heavy Hitter that he made on here with the name and the AG Project.io. Like, there's so many. This is, I believe, the one that he has in the collage, and then that one is Mama. You got Heavy Hitter with the this is really nice, Hex Glenn. I really like the Collective logo right here on Heavy Hitter. He does look like a stand-up comedian or like a truck driver, which does fit his model. I'm not saying you're off. I'm just saying I think he's a little more buff, which we'll show you guys the crazy Russian looking one of him. And then we've got so many of BitBoy Leroy. We do need to make sure that he's got 4 limbs and that he doesn't have 16 fingers or something crazy going on. But Zephyr Trip's just good stuff all around. Like he does some very imaginative art. We like those a lot. Let's see here. I wish I could read the comments as I was doing this. I bet you I can. Here, watch this. Let's go like this, and then we'll bring it in like this, and then we'll go to the StreamYard, and then I'm going to pop this right up here. In fact, we can get rid of Casey's. Never mind, it's the 31st, 21st. Hi, Max. Oh, it's Cyhard Hexkin. I just saw your streaming. So excited to where You're taking us. Still have to read the book. Yes, yes, we'll go read the book and earn collected points and earn dark by reading the book and just giving us your review. Just an idea. It's nothing big. You just tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, and about each chapter. And each chapter, someone can claim each chapter 3 times. So it would be great to have you over there. I'll show you how to get that one. I like that one. Ooh, I was thinking teas, LOL. Yeah, it is Sharon teas, but the T's are for T shares. And then I can change the Sharon. Yeah, either way, like you come up with your favorite Sharon since you've been blasting these and filling up like a lot of amazing Sharons. And we'll go from there. But everything is obviously going to be altered and fixed and downgraded for the metadata and the limitations of blockchain. So we start with the beautiful art, and then we just go from there. So here I can see your guys's comments as I just lay this over here, and let me kill this right here. This is not. Let me get to the bottom of here. That's good. So now I can go here. I can kill these. Now you can see more of the screen. So let's go back up. We've added this one right here. This is very, very great. It's got a bunch of characters. We'll probably put names on them and whatnot. And then again, that one actually includes the heavy hitter that I liked so much above. So he's put a lot of his best stuff together, which is going to make it very formidable. And again, like I know you guys are scrolling through Sharon, the Sharon picks. These are very, very attractive. I'll just say that. And then like here's a bunch of like, but yeah, so when you see a series like this where Red Squirrel's got like a whole bunch of possible, Cole Nova jackpots with different substances and stuff, it's really difficult to pick one unless you put it in the collage. But I like the art here is so cool. We got this. Here's a heavy hitter with Cape. I like that one. That one's a hell of a heavy hitter. That looks like the Undertaker from wrestling right there. That's a nice version of him right there. Not so sure about this has got to be Cole Nova right here. Cole Nova in this picture looks like a 14-year-old, like his 14-year-old son. But again, really good job on this one right here. And apparently he's a big fan of Adidas. I like that. AI does some very interesting things. I like the caricatures, the cartoon versions of them, animated. These have some very sick ones right here. This is Love and Life, and he does a very ethereal fantasy kind of feel to his, which I really like. So I'll tell you what, if Love and Life, if you're listening, pick your favorite one or see if you can do a collage of 3 of them, kind of like 3 movie posters. And that might be easier to vote on than choosing one of these. This one is bizarre right here. This one doesn't quite work because of his giant ass head, but I really like what you've got going on here. That is cool. This one, of course, Red Squirrel brings very realistic feel to these, and he's even done some. This one would be great with another photo because we've got Sharon and we've got a version of Cole right here, Jackpot. Very good job. Very good job. But it doesn't quite tell us what's going on. And I almost feel like we have to put one of the BitBoys in there. The BitBoy that Red Squirrel chose, probably not the BitBoy I would choose. We might switch it up with another BitBoy. Again, here's Love and Life. And it makes it kind of hard to vote on these if they're one submission. I think I forwarded this. Yeah, I forwarded this out of the main chat because he was posting in there, and I was like, oh no, put them over here. So yeah, these have a lot of potential, and they're very, very cool and very, very immersive. Like they kind of suck you in. But we need to relate these to the story, to the Rings of Dust. And again, that big ass head, I don't know why AI did that, but it did. That's crazy. So like I said, we're just going to start adding some of these. These ones are all very similar, very cool. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite version of BitBoy so far is the one that we had someone work on. It's so bad. I love the Fat Cave Crusader. This one again is very very cool because it's got the pulse, it's got the hex, it's got the Zen. It just doesn't have anything about AG projects. So like OG, something like that would really help push that one up. I like that one a lot. Triple Alliance, he's been killing it. Really really shilling our Telegram all over the place and our contests. Shout out to him. He's killing it. Some sexy squirrels, and then again, sexy Sharon, like Aichi Mama. You can't really narrow these down to one, but they're all, I think they would all make amazing NFT arts and get people's attention. And then all these J2s that you did. So you got these J2 almost Mandalorian figures. Some of them look like they've got fuel cells or other cool stuff to them. A lot of cool effects like these. These would be cool. And I believe you have one of these on your collage on the one you got down there. But it's just so hard. It's really hard to pick your favorite one of these when they're so similar. But I kind of like would leave it up to the artist. And obviously the community is going to be voting on these anyways. But yeah, look at these ones right here. This one's interesting because Squirrel did a great job with Chancellor to Mint. AI, however, like this one just looks like an orange cigarette, but a bunch of these have like slug tongues and stuff. Actually, that one looks just like a cigarette. But these earlier ones right here, yeah, you got like slug tongues and just strange stuff or extra lip. And so those ones would definitely we'll probably pass on those because they're good to add to something, but they're not necessarily telling a story just by themselves. So great pictures of Chancellor to Mint right there. A ton of BitBoy Leroy. Maybe I should probably post the description over there. Red Squirrel says, "Ooh, I was thinking tease. LOL. I can change the Sharon. It was more for character development than an NFT entry. I love that. I love the character development because this is all about developing these characters in the future. And we've got Heavy Hitler instead of Heavy Hitter." But this is the one, and he already added this one to his collage. This one, I like this one a lot. I like how big he is, how strong he is, the look in his eye, which is kind of like, I am Heavy Hitter, I'm here to mess things up. And you got the AG Project IO on the bottom, which is very great. We'll probably just change this, take off the HTTPS and the colon and the slash. But yeah, this is a really good addition to the collage down there. Then we got him heavy hanging out with some nice plump curvy women. We got the AG OGs, which this would be very very sick as well. This is really cool. I like that this could be in the middle of any collage right there. And yeah, and then you've got these ones right here where it's difficult to single one out that you like more than the others. But when you compare this to Sharon or you compare this to Chancellor to Mint, it kind of makes sense to put more than one character on there, like the one that I like the most in the bottom, which is several characters. I was going to show here's Sharon and Cole Nova. Some cool pictures of them together, blasting weapons and fighting the bad guys. Very cool. This one right here. Very realistic AG jackpot patch on the shoulder is awesome. It just it goes with the brand and everything. We might be slapping some more of the emblems or logos on that. That would be cool. And then a whole bunch of BitBoy Leroy's really capture the imagination of people, and AI loves monkeys. And then something like this is interesting. The video of them, very very cool. Hex Glenn put this together with, and it says AG Project IO in the corner, which is very very cool. I like that a lot. Here's some stuff that may or may not pertain to the book. Some icy stuff that just looks amazing, but we don't really know who these characters are by chance. And then just squirrels, so many cool squirrels. This one right here I really like. I'm gonna I'm going to forward this one to that group because I like the time and effort that he has put into the texture and the logos. So let's forward that one to top 10. Boom. So we got that one. And this is tough too, because he has another one here of the evil address where he's used the logo. It's just some of these things are still AI-ish, like the car filters on the floor and some of the weird lights and stuff. So we might need we can touch this one up, but this would also be really cool with the evil address. I think the evil address definitely needs to be part of the second one, the second Journeys NFT. These crazy monsters are beautiful. They're not in the book yet, but they're very, very cool looking, very Dune-like, and very. This one obviously is going in the top 10. It is Fast Abdul's face on a baby's body. I'm just kidding. This one right here is very cool too. I think we could take this one right here. This is Zephyr Trips was working on this one. I think this could be used in either collage or touched up to be a little bit more about the book. So I'm going to forward that one over there. Top 10. Boom. Yeah. And again, like I said, Squirrel's just killing it. Like here's this one right here. There's that one. Let's go back to submissions. We got these really trippy, cool ones from Zephyr Arts, which are very eye-catching. I love the way that they arrest your eye and you stop and look at them because of the mixture of nature and science together here. Like the cold, unnatural form of like man-made fibers and space and things like and technology, and then you got the nature of the flowers blooming and growing. It's I like that juxtaposition. And maybe this is one like that could be used. We just need to brand it a little bit better for AG. So I'm going to throw this in there just more for an idea of what we're going for and some of these ideas and what can be used for the final piece of art. So there we go. Top 10. We'll send that one over there just because it is very unique. And let me go up here. There's a song. Another submission by Fast Abdul with his face on KDP wearing a bikini in the tub. That one could be a great meme, but maybe not a great piece of art. And then this is, like I said, this is going to be uniform. I believe we'll just have AG Project IO and the 3 logos right here at the bottom. So that looks really cool. And if you notice in the background, we have the evil address symbol floating behind the astronaut. And this could be anyone from the collective. This isn't necessarily Cole Nova. This is just, some art that kind of like captures people's attention for the book. These ones are really cool too. I don't know how much animation or how much we'll have to downgrade these ones. So they're small. Winner. I would say my favorite one from Smo Spiders is probably this trippy one up here where the sides are coming in at your face. Where are they? This one right here. So this one I like a lot. This one I like a lot. This one is very sick right here. This one, yeah, I mean, they're all beautiful and amazing. I'm a big fan of all of these. In fact, I'll probably put 2 of these in there, and then we'll probably vote or delete one from the final 10. So let's forward that one to there. Top 10. Send it. And like I said, I don't know if it'll be animated or not. Depends on what we can get away with. But this one's beautiful, but there's no characters in it. So it's really cool. It might be a cool background stuff, but these ones have, some characters, the collective walking towards you. This one is absolutely sick. So I'm going to forward these 2 there and let you guys, by tomorrow when we do the lottery, we'll get this down to 10. So right now, and these aren't obviously the final 10. These are just kind of ideas of the best of some of the stuff. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. Maybe we'll throw like 20 in here and kind of like get your guys' feedback as we stream about it. Might do a late night stream with some music tonight. That really late because I'm going to be out of town and coming home late. But Very, very, very cool stuff. Submissions for art. There's 2 more that submissions have been made. These ones, I like these ones a lot. This is Kryptonite. Good friend. I like these a lot. I'm just wanting some characters in them or to know who this is. But yeah, like the background is absolutely sick. Big fan of that one. I think this one's the one that could be used the most, either that one or this one. This one could be used. I like the symmetrical shape of it. So I'm going to throw this in there, not as what we want finished, but an idea of something for people to work with. So let's throw that one in there. And then if you guys, anything you guys think or want to say, and then here is whiskey, the whiskey slap, which is where they're doing spin the bottle. You have to take a shot of whiskey and then you get smacked in the face in 0 gravity. Obviously this isn't in 0 gravity because they're sitting around, but I'm going to throw this out there as kind of the idea for like the book. So actually, no, like I just think about these scenes from the book and know that they're very, very cool. This one, I would probably be better later at a later journey when we get into that part of the book or more people have read the book. But that one's cool. I want to throw in some Cole Novas. My favorite Cole Novas so far are like, he's got to be handsome, but not too handsome. Like this dude, that dude's way too pretty. That's a pretty dude. That's way too pretty. He is masculine, but he's not like our Cole Nova has seen some shit, right? He's a good dude. His heart's in the right place, but you know, he's gone through some serious pain and stuff. And I don't know if we want to jump out with that as the image, but we definitely want to add one of these for people to add. And I think these ones right here are pretty good. He's decent looking. Got jackpot there with 2 T's, so that's got to be fixed. But either way, I'm going to forward. Let's see, what's this one say? I think these are all the same. That one's just downgraded. That one's so these are like different filters that have been used on it right there. So let's take this one right here. We'll forward it. Not because I think this is good enough on its own, but because this could definitely be used in another piece of art as our Cole Nova. So let's see, top 10, boom. We'll go back. There's a few others here. This is my favorite BitBoy Leroy of all. This one is the one that we kind of came up with and we sent over to someone to fix some of the AI problems in it. So they erased some like tails and stuff, but this is a very good. I think this is a really, really good representation of our BitBoy Leroy. So I'm going to forward that one in there. And again, if any of my art is used, I'm not going to win anything. And if one of my art pieces is the actual winner, I'm not going to win anything. It's going to be the number one person that's participated the most in the vote. So yeah, we'll send BitBoy Leroy over there. And then like some of these other things, here's an idea of heavy hitter, an option for heavy hitter as well. I like that this is kind of close to the one that Squirrel had. So I'm going to forward this one, even though I don't think this is a good enough standalone piece of art. It can definitely be used in another piece of art. That is what we attach. The Bracken helmet is kind of like really branded. It's a good brand. However, it's just like if we put some characters around this might be a good centerpiece. But yeah, let's. I'm going to throw that in there, but not. I don't think that one's good enough by itself to be what we really want to grab people's attention and tell them there's characters in a story here that they can jump into. And then here's a bunch of scenes from the book, which again, they're AI. They're not that great, but they have things like the explosion at the beginning. This exploding ship kind of thing. So this is cool. This might be a good piece to add to another piece. I'll forward this one. And let's forward. This one's really, really sick as well. This one's this one's running into a planet, but this one right here kind of shows you the ship just going crazy after the Dark X jacked it up. So I'm going to throw that one in there to be used, but not necessarily as standalone art. And then we got some more art to check out just barely that's shown up as we've been streaming. But yeah, here's an idea of BitBoy. Again, way too many limbs for BitBoy. Here's Cole after the explosion looking for rescue. That's pretty cool. Don't know if, obviously don't know if I like his face as much in this one, you know, and the fact that it's got gibberish, AI gibberish on it, that's, you know, got to be fixed. But you could take one of those and do something with it. Here's a bunch of BitBoy Leroy with way too many arms, but very cool looks, you know, him like using his abilities to fly in difficult. We got watch and earn, which is that's just a cool slogan. You might want to throw that in somewhere, top or bottom. In fact, I think I also like Mint and Chill. Mint and Chill is pretty cool. So let me do this one. I'm going to forward this one in there, even though it's like this wouldn't be a good enough one, just the slogan. But if someone wants to put this in the background of another one, it would probably up your chances. Right there, we got Freddy quotes in the house. LOL, pretty boy. Yeah, he's too pretty in that one, I think. And then, like I said, I can't even touch the artist. These are all videos of the Dark X like shrinking and growing. This one isn't. So this one is a really good version of the Dark X dark matter crystals, what they might look like. So this one would work really good in another piece, included in another piece of art for sure. So we'll throw that one out there. Let's see here. Oh, and then these are a lot of really cool ones from the book. Like this kind of stuff right here. It looks like a pipe organ, but it's like a machine that could be used to hold the dark matter, because you can't touch the dark matter when it's in the Dark X form, or else it's highly volatile and it'll kill everybody. But these ones right here, I really like how epic these ones are. This one and this one. Oh, nope, this one. This one I like quite a bit. We're going to forward that one so you guys can use that one in another piece of art. Apparently, we're going for collages, kids. Like, this is collage day in art class where we get to look at all sorts of cool stuff. And some of this stuff's really got some interesting, like, for instance, these guys right here aren't that interesting because they're just, you know, NPCs that are working on stuff in the laboratory. But this whole thing of like what Dark X might look like before you touch it, and it being held together with radio waves, that stuff is very, very useful to cut and add to another piece. So I'm going to throw that in there. Just some of these are ideas, and some of these are, you know, great pieces of art. And again, you know, here's the jackpot patch for Cole Nova. Here's the Wishwell, throwback to the Wishwell days. You know, that's the AG OGs will understand that one. And just wow. I mean, just like some of these are so ethereal, cool from Smo Spiders. Just this one has this one's got an amazing background. The pyramids are sick. However, this one right here, I like the feel of this one too as well. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this one in there as an idea of like an image of a spaceman or these backgrounds. It looks like those are Bitcoin in the back. Really interesting. We'll forward that one just to give people some inspiration ideas. Boom. And again, this one's cool, but you can't see their faces and stuff. They're walking away, but that one's really cool as well. And that's really like, I think that gives us a really good start on what we want. If we ever write the squirrels in, he'll have a bunch of those. And those of you try to find the sexy Sharon that you guys like the very, very most. And you guys we'll put several. I think we should vote on several sexy Sharons because they're just cool. This is great too. This one could be used because this could be Emily, and that could be, I don't know, a teenager. Like that one she looks older than him. But like, here's some people, you know, looking at a fuel cell, which is obviously part of part of the whole lore and story. So we'll throw that one in there. And again, that one is Hex Glen. So shout out to Hex Glen on that one, and on these cool, on the video, you know, them moving in. I love this one, how it zooms in. I just don't know how much of it we have to chop down for the metadata. But yeah, and a lot of these ones, I love them from Red Squirrel, but I don't think that they beat the other one that we got in there. And then the firefighting's cool. These would be good side pictures, you know, of Cole Nova fighting, or even, you know, heavy hitter, but I like those. And again, like, you guys remember Animaniacs? I used to watch that after school almost every day when I was a kid. And DuckTales and all those other ones. This is the cool stuff too. This kind of stuff can be used in the branding as well, because the AGOGs are the ones that are here and know what's going on. Very, very cool. So we'll throw that in there to give people some more stuff to chew on. Anyways, what I was saying was, if you guys remember Animaniacs, which is super cool, every time they'd see the nurse, they'd say, "Hello, nurse." And I hear that in my head every time I look at one of Red Squirrel's Sharons. I'm like, "Hello, nurse." It's I can't help myself. It's just, like I said, it reminds me back then when my body was going through changes. I didn't quite understand. Again, like these ones, I like these. It's really hard to pick one of these out. You know, like the J2, very, very cool. That's a great way for us to say, you know, for it to differentiate from the others. However, we might want to put something else in their hand, and we might want to be able to see a face. But these are very cool, you know. Like, I really like this one right here, even though it's not facing. Like, this would be a really sick addition, and I believe one of these is also added already to his collage. But yeah, this is, I think you guys are getting the hang of like what we're looking for and what we're trying to push with the story, the art, the brand. And so I would skip, unless you guys are really, really into some of these Sharons over here and you want to bring in the Sharons, like, hello, nurse. Like, these ones are, I don't know if these are too hot to handle. We might alienate every female from this project if we throw some of these up here, but I'm going to let Red Squirrel, because I trust Red Squirrel. Red Squirrel's in the house, and I think he's also a mod. But Red Squirrel, throw a few more of these that your favorite sexy Sharons in there. And if we see any of these sexy Sharons with like a ton, like a clear lead, like everyone, they all got 1 or 2 likes, because there's just so many here. But like, jeez Louise. Yeah, that's some crazy cool stuff. Very crazy cool stuff. So anyways, let's go down here and see the 2 new pieces of art that were just put in. I Am Cletus did this cool video, this one right here, and he's like, all right, well, let me try this. This one looks very much like a Mandalorian with some AI bot. I like this a lot. This looks like it very well could be from the story. There's one scene where the bad guy Marcus is like taken down to a swampy planet, which this looks kind of sick. It looks kind of like that. It just doesn't quite relate to the story yet, because this is a little too Mandalorian for us. And so we want to know what character this is, but it's very intriguing. I love the detail you did here. I'm wondering if this is Mid-Journey or if it is, it's not Dolly, I don't think. I think it's like one of the other ones, and it looks like he's touched it up with Blender, because look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 fingers on that hand. Interesting. Very interesting. I like these. I like this style a lot. I think you're doing really well with this style. So yeah, you guys can keep adding stuff until tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're just going to jump in here on stream. My favorite, Sexy Sharon. Let's see here. That's back here. And is that submissions for art, or did you put that in here? Okay, yeah. So you just drop these in here. Favorite Sexy Sharons are this one right here. This is your favorite Sexy Sharon. Jeez Louise. I get it. AG, I get it. Like, yeah. So like if we put like Sharon tees across the top or somewhere right here and throw it into a group like this collage that you have up here at the very beginning. I like that I said I cut this down to 20, like 10, and I got like 20. So you could add it here or whatnot, but this one is like really, really good. I would replace this BitBoy Leroy with the other BitBoy Leroy. And I think this is good enough for Cole's face right here, although we might want to do the other one of Cole there. And we got the evil address, which is just insanely sick. So you might even put evil address at the top. Like, so this would be almost like a movie poster, like Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. I really, really dig what he did here with this. I think honestly, these ones are going to do the best because everyone's got a cool piece of art here, which these could all be standalone pieces of art, but it's hard to tell the story and get people to click on it and look at it and go, oh, wait, there's some cool stuff going on here. So I would recommend anyone who wants to win, take these images, Sexy Sharon, someone of the J2, the AGOG kind of stuff, this one from Hex Glenn, take some of these and find a way to mesh and meld some of them, or like this image right here in the middle. Like I said, I'm not that worried about this laboratory. It's not that interesting, and these people aren't characters we care about. But this right here is like a very cool way of showing how Dark X might behave before it's turned into crystals. So, and this as well, this is just freaking beautiful. And this one's the symmetrical, and this one's insane. So yeah, I would work on collaging stuff, kids, because that's probably what's going to last, make it through the next call. Let's see, we have, if I just click here, top 10 art for J Tool has 21 photos and 3 GIFs. Okay, so these 3 GIFs are on there too, the ones from Smo Spider. So jump in here, and these are going to be down, whittled down to 10 by the lottery tomorrow, which, by the way, let's see here. When is the lottery? Lottery is 22 hours and 48 minutes away. And sometimes you have to refresh this and it'll give you, nope, it's 22 hours, 17 seconds, almost less than 22 hours right now before that first lottery. And it's going to be exciting to see whose fuel cells win that one. Now, if your fuel cells win the first lottery, they're taken out of the drawing for the second and third. You can only win once. So, you're really, really hoping to win this third lottery because it's just so fat. However, I think you'll be happy with any of these lottery winnings, especially in the future, for no reason in particular, not financial advice, no forward-looking price statements, no expectation of profiting off the work of others, even though we've got this insane Telegram group, like this insane community of just the coolest people I know. There's 319 members right now in Anti-Gravity in our Telegram. And right now it's time to spread the word out to the rest of Twitter with these images and these ideas. And we're working at getting a lot of stuff for you guys to use to promote dark matter in the socials. And that's probably where a lot of our contests will be headed to. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So those of you guys that are really good at Twitter, Telegram, and even Discord, we're working on our Discord channel. It'll be a lot of fun. So there's that. Now let's go back into the Rings of Dust. We, as Diehard Hexagon says here, oh my gosh, I cannot get that name wrong. Yeah, Die Hard Hexagon, as Die Hard Hexagon was talking about, I still have to read the book. All you got to do, Die Hard Hexagon, is go to our Telegram and then click on Rings of Dust book over here. And if you scroll up, Ted Nelson has been killing it. I think he's got like 5 or 6 chapters done already. So he's already racked up a bunch of points and he's well on his way to earning a dark matter. But right here, you have the first draft. It's 25 chapters. Just tell us what you want to read. Then tell us what you think of it. DM me the review and the address that you want your collective points added to. And this is it. This is insane. I think I'm going to be doing some reading from the book in between journeys. I'm sorry, in between lotteries as well. So, and like I said, who knows? Like, who knows how far down we'll go? How far can we dump? Are we going to dump back down to $18? Are we going to dump back down to $7? I mean, let me unfreeze my face because I got to talk to you guys. I got to have a serious conversation with you homies right now. I've got to, I've got to look you guys in the eyes and have a very serious, no sexy Sharon Shefty squirrel in the top 10. Not yet. You write those chapters into the book and we'll consider it. But again, let me stop my screen and let me look you guys in the eye because there's something that I didn't realize as a founder until recently. And so the whole market is pulling back. We have people that may dump in the near future. You know, look at that. I love that. We set the standard pretty high with that one. I think we can do better. I think we can beat it. And you guys have put together some amazing, beautiful art. So thank you for that. Every founder has 2 prices in their head of their token. We have a price in our head, like, for instance, if the dark token fell to $1, for instance, that's a maybe a number in my head. I would probably try my best to buy every dark matter at $1. Like there's prices where you as a founder are like, I'm scooping this. This is too good. I think these prices are, because we have a valuation, we have an idea of the value of our token in our head too. That's the other number. So we have the number where we're like, I don't care who buys this token. I'm buying all of them at this number. I don't care. And it has to do with your budget too, because, you have to be able to afford to buy all those tokens off the market, which in, dark matter, if they were all to hit them, I mean, obviously they can't all hit the market at once because there's a lot locked up in the smart contracts. And of course, I do not see a day when the evil address sells anything. I'll just say that I don't think it's going to happen. No guarantees. No nothing. Don't sue me. Don't come after me with your pit bulls. But there's that. So the 2 prices that every founder has is, if it hits this price, I'm buying it all back. I don't care. And so, like I said, if someone dumped 1 million tokens on there, if you had $1 million, theoretically you could buy it. You'd be pushing the price up against yourself. You know the drill, guys. You guys are smart as shit. But yeah, there's a price where, like, I don't care who's selling it, I'm buying. And then there's another price where in our mind I think this is a X dollar token. I wonder what Satoshi thought was a valuable price for his token. I wonder if he was like, obviously when it was like thousands for a penny, he was giving it away and he was like really, really helping and going stuff. And then he disappeared when it was, I think it was like 10 cents or something like that when he disappeared. It might have been more. I'm sure someone in the chat knows better than I do. But basically, I'm sure there was a price where he would have just, went and bought them all back. He would have just collected them all back up. But I wonder if in his head he was like, man, it would be crazy if Bitcoin ever hit $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. I think I think Satoshi was thinking $1 million was like his potential for his token per token because of, the scarcity that he programmed in it. I don't know if he knew that the governments and banks were going to buy it all and screw us out of our peer-to-peer digital currency that worked just fine. But yeah, I wonder what price that was in his head. I know that feeling. I've bought a lot of my own tokens and NFTs. Yes, there's that number where you're like, I don't give a crap who's dumping this at this price. I'm bringing it home. I'm taking it home. I'm bringing all my golden geese and all my little goslings. I'm bringing them back into the barn. But then there's that other number, which some of the people in my inner circle have heard my number. Now I'm not gonna bore you guys or poison your guys' minds with it, but it's pretty sick. It's pretty insane because I think that Dark's going to get way more scarce than other people think it's going to be. I think that if people understood how insanely scarce Dark could be in the future, no one would be selling it at any of the prices it's been yet. No one would sell it at $1 to $133. I don't think they would. I could be wrong. I mean, people could think this game is dumb. We could get stuck at 300 people in our community, and we may never have another person or another dollar enter the system that hasn't already. That's totally plausible. Things happen, things crash, people find bugs. We have a bug bounty program going on that no one's really taken advantage of. There's $5,000 up for grabs in our bug bounty program, which we posted about in the chat and everything. But, all you can do is your very, very best to get those numbers. And I don't think people see what's coming. Let me illustrate what I'm thinking about here. Share this screen. We're going to go back to Pulse Chain Scanner. So if we go to Pulse Chain Scan and we go to the Dark token, let's refresh it. We have 1,726 holders, and almost all of those are airdrop recipients. Almost all of them, because we had about 105 people participate in the wish well in the mining phase. So we had very, very few people for the claim phase to push to. And 2,300 of these people are airdrop recipients. So they may or may not know what they have. But as this number goes down, it'll be really interesting to see how things shake out. But if you look at this, there's less than 1 million actually, because there's less than 1 million, because this 0.15 or whatever right here, it's stuck in the keeper address. I don't know how it got there or why it's there, but it's stuck there. And then somebody sent this address almost to Dark that are burnt forever. If you send Dark to the Dark address, it does not mint you a fuel cell. It burns it forever. So anyone that wants to burn and turn dark matter into a burn token, be my guest. But so we can actually take two, about this one and this one off of here. So 98. But let's look at where this shakes down. I put a post out earlier when this was like $76, and I talked about what it would be to take to be a whale and a Poseidon and a shark if we're going by the leagues. And I don't consider the evil address or the mystery box as part of the participants. Those are, I believe, I consider those part of the project. Obviously, this is a smart contract. This isn't, but I still look at this as the project's money, not my money, or anyone's money, really. And so you've got, between the evil address and the mystery box and the treasury and the lottery, you have 58, 69, 78, 58, 70, 79, 80, 88%, 89, 90. So this is about 90% that's wrapped up in the three smart contracts in the mystery box. 90% of it is already, basically off the market. So now obviously this right here, this 2% is going to be dumped back on the market possibly, or it remains to be seen who holds it and who remints with their winnings of this 23,000. And who knows how much is going to be in the next lottery. That is a great question too. Journey 2's lottery, how big are we going to fill it up? All of this gets paid out, or at least earmarked, and attached to the NFTs right here. So the treasury gets bigger and bigger every journey up through, I think, journey 8 or so. And then it goes down. But the lottery amount right here, the lottery box, gets filled up and completely depleted every journey. So like this is all given out. This doesn't grow or anything like that. This is just gets spit out. And then, of course, here we have our first whale. So our first whale, we got 1, 2, 3. That's it. We have 3 whales. 3 whales. That's it. So we have 3 whales. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sharks right there. And then the first one that would be considered a dolphin. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This one would be considered a shark. However, this one right here is a liquidity provider right there that's got 1,026. I'm pretty sure this is the Solid X pair right here. So you got that one is liquidity, and then here we go with the dolphins. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Geez, a bunch of these are liquidity providers. So let's start again. 1, 2, 3. Smart contract. 4, 5, 6. Smart contract. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Smart contract. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 dolphins. 26 dolphins. I think I said 7 sharks and 3 whales. And then if you go down here, like this person has 35. They've definitely been around for a bit. Yeah, but once you go into the next page, once you go to the next page, we hit these guys. So check this out. Anytime you see these 2020, 20, 2020, those are people that have most likely consolidated the airdrop. So they were lucky enough to get 10 airdrops. And so they have 20 dark, they have 20 fuel cells. I don't know if they consolidated their fuel cells or not, but they're hanging on to them. So these guys are sitting pretty with 20, which is quite a bit. But you'll start seeing that here's 16, here's 14, here's 12, here's 12, here's 10, here's 10. So these are airdrop recipients right here that we're already seeing. And then if we go on to the next page, here's 8, here's 6, here's 5, here's 4, here's 3, and then we hit the 2s, people. So on page 3, so pages 3 through, I think there's 50 per page. So there's about 20 something pages. So out of 20 something pages, most of them, like 17 of these pages, are still the airdrops. That's where the holders is, and those guys have, they have, what is that? What's a million divided by, a million divided by 2. No, that's 10 million. Am I doing that right? A million divided by 2, or should we do 2 divided by a million? Nope, we got to do 2. 2 divided by a million. You 2 kids can be a founder and not understand your way around a calculator or math. And it's easy. Anyone can do it. So 2% out of all of it. So these guys, all these airdroppers that got like 1,000 of those, not counting the early ones that I pointed out, They have 0.000002 of the supply. And as I said, there's maybe close to at least 1,000 of them. Let's just say 1,500 of them. Let's say there's 1,500 that are still just sitting on airdrops. They're sitting on 0.003 of the percent of the supply. The airdroppers, the people that may or may not, like some of these people may have put in on the some of these people may be the original 105 AGOGs that put money into the Wishwell and the mining. A lot of them aren't. And that's their power in the system right now. Now, the whales, obviously, the whales got a ton of power and they can make or break a project just like any project. But just think about this. 90% is sitting in even though the mystery box isn't a smart contract, it's behaving benevolently, we'll just say. So 90% of this is locked up in 3 smart contracts and something that may or may not help the ecosystem in the beginning. And then the whales, you got 2, 3, 4, 5.7, 6.1, 6.1 in these wells. So, and these ones down to this one. So 6.1%. So you're at 96.1% in the first handful of addresses. So who's going to hold them? Who's going to fold them? Who's going to dump them? Who's going to drip them? Yeah, I know that feeling. Red Squirrel knows. I talked to the founders and they're all, it's difficult when you put your heart and your passion into something that you love and you give it to the people that you love and you give it to a bunch of strangers, and sometimes those strangers just throw it on the ground or sell it for an air fryer. So cheers to everyone who's exited dark matter up to this point or been trading. I mean, granted, a lot of the trading is bots. You can't get angry at bots for buying and selling when they make a buck. That's just that they don't have any soul or any motivations or intent, or they're just bots. They're just bots. So that being said, it's about 4 my time, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the East Coast, 3 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. And we have just started to cull all those down, 457 images. We've culled them down into 21. We're going to cull them down some more and let you guys, you can drop an image up until tomorrow in that, in the submissions for art, but it's going to be drowned out most likely. I would go to the group with the top 20 now. It'll be 10, but 20. And I would start either trying to make something that's very close to those or working with taking those images and creating another piece of art. And right now, I mean, if I was like, if we didn't have any votes and it was up to me to choose, my choice at this point would just be Red Squirrel's collage. Like, that thing's badass. And it's got some badass art tied into it. What if someone made a collage of different people's images? I totally think you should do that. Nobody has the rights to any of this art. It's all AI art. If you do want to retain the rights to your art, then it's not eligible for our use, because we're going to do, like I said, we're going to use this format and we're going to choose, what it is, and we're going to use it. So if any of this is copyright art, obviously we can't use it unless you alter it enough to make it so it's not copyrighted anymore. But yeah, I would really like you guys to take the images that I put in there from ours, like our BitBoy Leroy, our Colnova, maybe our heavy hitter, or Red Squirrel's heavy hitter is pretty damn good too. I like that. And of course, sharing like Red Squirrel's got the Sharon T's market corner. He's got it so cornered that he also cornered the sexy squirrel market. It's just silly. Silly. So we'll see how long this dump continues in our ecosystem with Hex and Pulse, the RH core tokens. It's going to be pulling ours down with it because it's going to be pulling Solid Hex down with it. Solid Hex is our biggest liquidity pair by far. And we've got the farms as well and 2FUCks that you guys can go put money into called Coins That Don't Suck. And if you guys have any locked 2FUCks and you guys have any votes that you're not using or you're looking for a home, then we can vote for that and we can pump up the rewards and APR in the 2FUCks pools as well. So I love you guys. I might stream super late tonight. If I do, it's only going to be on X. And yeah, we'll play some music and chill out. Maybe go over some art and some collages that people will put together by then in the next few hours. And we'll also be streaming tomorrow. I mean, shoot, I will definitely be streaming in 21 hours and 37 minutes. Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we might break our site with the traffic because everyone's going to be hitting refresh to see how many they won. And, then again, like we've got the random number generator running on Chainlink on base. And so there is like a 30 to 60 second window where you'll know the results before anyone else, but you can't go back in time and mint the fuel cell. So it's pretty foolproof for now. We're probably maybe able to switch to Signum in the future, created by Stu and the Tetra guys over there. A lot of cool stuff over there. So we're looking at stuff. And we also have a smart contract from a member of the audience that may drastically alter our liquidity in the future. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, you guys are cool. Die Hard, Hexagon. The images are all amazing. Can't wait to see the final selection. Me either. I love that. Signum comes out next month. So we'll have to talk to our devs and stuff, but maybe might be able to, set up the smart contract with that one instead and support our ecosystem and have a true decentralized random number generator. That would be super cool. And again, I highly recommend you guys go work with the images that I've shared and start doing some cool stuff with them versus just dropping 50 images from DALL-E or ChatGPT or Midjourney. Like, don't get me wrong, they might be amazing and they might blow everything out of the water. But right now, my opinion, Red Squirrel's collages in the clear lead and anything like that could be pretty cool. So, but then again, for 11 days, you guys are going to be posting these and sharing these on Twitter and tagging us to get your votes in. So that being said, get your Twitter game ready. Love you guys. I might see you tonight. If I don't see you tonight, I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. And yeah. I'm not. If our ecosystem continues to pull back, and we have a retrace, and a bunch of people dump their lottery winnings because they already dumped their airdrops, so they're probably going to dump their lottery winnings too if they find them, if they have them. There might be some. We might hit that price in my head. We could always hit that price in my head where I just basically sell my house and buy every damn dark off the market. I don't think it's ever going to come to that, but we might see some really, really, really good entries for dark matter in the next 22 days because we have a lottery, then 11 days, then a lottery. And then 11 days in the lottery. So every 11 days now, after that drawing, it's going to be 11 till the 2nd, 11 till the 3rd, reset, pay the treasury, and mint J2. It's just, This is wild. It'll all make a lot more sense to you once we get some of our explainer videos done. It'll all make a lot more sense to you once you see one whole journey. Just like seeing one whole hex stake crank out. It makes a lot more sense after you see one whole journey. And the book is also going to explain a lot of cool stuff about the tokenomics. People will be learning crypto and they won't even know it because it's a story. It's entertainment. It's not a new language that they're learning, which crypto is just a new language for people to learn. So unless they believe they're going to become millionaires doing this, it's not worth their time and attention to go over the learning curve that exists right now in crypto. They either got to have a lot of trust in you and faith in you, or they've got to be highly, highly motivated by that to go through the learning curve and the language and all this difficult, scary stuff where you're hitting buttons on a computer in an app that you've never used before, and if you fuck it up, you can send 10 or 20 grand to the universe. So anyways, yeah, it's that's terrifying. That's terrifying for people like me. I get terrified when I'm like about to send money or connect to anything. I still freak out. And so yeah. It's definitely not for the faint of heart right now, and there's definitely got to be something in it for the people to go through that work and give away their valuable attention to something. So that being said, love you guys. I'm out. Like I said, maybe I'll stream later tonight, but I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. Love you.